The moment I saw the notification on my phone, I knew something was terribly wrong. My flight had been cancelled. Then another message arrived: our hotel reservation was gone, the rental car had been cancelled, and the fishing charter I had booked 6 months earlier was suddenly nowhere to be found. But the worst part wasn't losing the trip. It was the message my wife had left for me: maybe now you'll understand who's in charge of this marriage. I stared at those words for a long time, feeling something inside me quietly break. This wasn't about a boys' trip anymore. It was about respect. If you believe that relationships should be built on kindness, respect, and second chances, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this story, and subscribe to Humanity Tales. Sometimes, one difficult moment can teach us more about love than years of happiness ever could. My name is Daniel, and for 12 years, I had been married to Emily. We had 2 children, a 10-year-old son named Noah and a 7-year-old daughter named Lily. From the outside, our family looked perfect. We had a comfortable home, steady careers, weekend breakfasts, school events, family vacations, and all the ordinary things people associate with a happy marriage. But behind our front door, something had been changing. Emily had become increasingly controlling. At first, it was small things. She decided where we went for dinner, which friends we visited, and how we spent our weekends. I didn't complain because marriage requires compromise. But slowly, compromise became obedience. 6 months earlier, my 3 closest friends had started planning a weekend fishing trip. We had been friends since college, but life had separated us. One lived 3 states away, another had recently become a father, and the third had spent years caring for his sick mother. For the first time in almost a decade, all 4 of us could finally be together. I told Emily about the trip months in advance. She seemed fine with it. I paid for everything myself, made sure the children had everything they needed, and even arranged for my mother to help Emily with the kids that weekend. I thought I had done everything responsibly. 2 days before the trip, Emily suddenly told me I wasn't going. She said she needed me at home. I reminded her that she had known about the trip for months. She insisted that I was choosing my friends over my family. I tried to explain that spending one weekend with old friends didn't mean I loved my family any less. But she wouldn't listen. Instead, she told me that I needed to learn that she was the one who made the decisions in our marriage. I went to bed that night hoping she'd calm down. The next morning, I discovered she had cancelled everything. My flight. My hotel. My rental car. Even the fishing boat. When I confronted her, she didn't apologize. She simply looked at me and said that now I knew what happened when I didn't listen to her. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I didn't slam the door. I just picked up my phone. And for the first time in our marriage, I decided I was done silently accepting behavior that was hurting me. There were several things Emily had arranged under my name over the years: subscriptions, memberships, luxury reservations, and a private weekend spa package she had booked for herself and 2 friends. All of those expenses were coming from accounts I personally funded. I opened the accounts and cancelled every unnecessary reservation and luxury service that was still refundable. Then I cancelled one more thing. The family counselor appointment Emily had secretly arranged for me alone. She had planned to send me to counseling because, according to her, I had become too independent. Instead, I booked a couples counselor and told her I would attend only if she was willing to sit beside me. That was when everything changed. Emily became furious at first. She accused me of retaliating. She said I was trying to punish her. But I looked at her and told her the truth: I wasn't canceling her life because she had cancelled my trip. I was canceling the privileges and arrangements that neither of us had the right to control without the other person's agreement. For the first time, she became quiet. That evening, Noah walked into the room carrying a small handmade card. He had drawn 4 stick figures holding hands. Underneath them, in crooked handwriting, he had written, "Family stays together." I felt tears fill my eyes. Emily saw the card too. Then Noah asked a question that neither of us expected. "Mom, why are you and Dad always trying to win?" The room went completely silent. Emily sat down on the couch and covered her face. She started crying. She admitted that she'd been afraid. Afraid that Daniel's friends would become more important than her. Afraid that she was losing control of the life she had built. But instead of telling him she was scared, she had tried to control him. Daniel admitted his own mistake too. He had avoided difficult conversations for years because he hated conflict. Every time something bothered him, he stayed quiet. He thought keeping the peace was the same thing as protecting the marriage. It wasn't. They began counseling together. There was no magical overnight transformation. Emily had to learn that love wasn't ownership. Daniel had to learn that silence wasn't peace. They both had to learn how to say, "I'm hurt," instead of, "You're wrong." 3 months later, Daniel finally took his boys' trip. But this time, Emily helped him pack. She hugged him at the door and told him to enjoy himself. When he returned, he brought her a small wooden fishing ornament from the lake. It wasn't expensive, but she placed it on the kitchen shelf where everyone could see it. Because the trip had taught them something neither of them expected. Marriage isn't about proving who's in charge. It's about making sure neither person feels like they have to be. And sometimes, the strongest thing you can cancel isn't someone else's reservation or vacation. It's the cycle of pride, control, silence, and resentment that slowly destroys love. If this story touched your heart, please like the video, share it with someone who believes in second chances, and subscribe to Humanity Tales for more emotional stories about love, family, kindness, and the lessons life teaches us when we least expect them. Before you go, comment, "Respect builds love," if you believe a healthy relationship should never be about control, but about understanding, trust, and respect. Because sometimes, the person standing across from you isn't your enemy. They're the person you once promised to love. And the moment you both stop trying to win, you finally have a chance to save what matters most.